A-Team. Alright, so I'm at a home inspection. My client's purchasing this townhouse here in Wood Buffalo in Fort McMurray. It's the first time these have been for sale, and it's really sweet. So I'm actually going to take a break for once and just sit down on this chair here and enjoy the view. But before I did that, it's the beginning of the month, so I thought, well, why not give you a bit of a market update? So I'm going to turn the camera around here, if I can. I cannot. So yeah, so the market is for sure balanced. Number of people buying homes is up a little bit this year versus last year, but that's not the big story. I think the big story is inventory. We're about 620 homes on the market now, whereas this time 4 years ago during the boom, you'd have about 940 or so. So inventory is down about 34% versus 48 months ago, and that's really significant. So a couple of important ratios. One is the new listings to sales ratio. So in most places in the world, when you have 2 new listings in a given period of time, like say every month, for every one that's selling, that's a balanced market indicator. And over the last 3-4 years, that number's been running 3 to 1, 4 to 1. But the last couple of months, it was 1.6 to 1 and 1.5 to 1. So technical seller's market, actually. However, we do have still quite a lot of foreclosures. So this winter, there was a maximum inventory of about 102 foreclosures just before Christmas. And right now there's 54 by one count. There's probably about 60, 65. So some of those sellers are, I think, probably a higher proportion than normal of the sellers that there are on the market are motivated sellers. People who are listed do want to sell at this point. So I think that 1.5 to 1, 1.6 to 1 ratio is probably about right to give us stable prices. Then the other one we look at is the months of inventory. So how many sales were there last month? It was 117 in our local market. And there's about, depending on how you count, I guess just before they all expire at midnight on the last of the month, I think there was about 620 listings. Right now, because it's the first of the month, there's about 555 listings. So it gives us about 5 months of inventory, which is about right. It's 5 or 6 gives us balance. So it's a story of balance. You know, I think that's probably going to be the story over the next coming months, maybe a couple of years, is balance here in the local community. We've got oil prices have been rising, so the economic picture locally is looking good. But we do have a lot of land, which is different from the last time there was a boom. And I think very, very significantly, the mortgage rules, the stress tests for both people with 20% down and not 20% down are having a serious impact. We're seeing all of that demand, really, or the vast majority of that demand, under 500, 550, 600, whereas in the past it was all over the shop. So if you have a high-priced home, you know, I think it's probably going to be an extended buyer's market. And then interest rates having a similar effect. So these are things that have income effects and substitution effects. So we're actually seeing more demand in the lower price ranges. So there are parts that may become sellers markets. We might see some price growth, moderate, I would think. Don't know the future, but we'll see. And then those higher price properties, you know, the world has changed. So in a nutshell, we have a balanced market, and if you're interested in buying or selling a property, please get in touch with us. We've got 6 world-class real estate agents who really care and are very knowledgeable about the market, and I think we've become the #1 team in Fort McMurray, so we'll keep doing what we're doing. All right, thanks for watching, and talk to you soon.